Hi, this is Trey Passer, and this is my movie review with minus spoilers of Silver Linings Playbook, a movie I saw tonight. Stars Bradley Cooper, Jennifer Lawrence, and Robert De Niro. Here's the movie ticket. Okay, there it goes. It says Silver there. Okay, basically, this is the story. If you've seen the trailer, you know the basic gist of the story, but I'll go over it real quick. Uh, Bradley Cooper plays a character named Pat who lives in Philly. He's recently lost everything because 8 months prior he was a teacher. He came home from work early and discovered that his wife, also a fellow teacher, was having an affair with another teacher, and of course he snapped and lost it and almost beat the guy to death. And of course he got sentenced, as part of a plea bargain, to spend 8 months in a mental institution. He found, they diagnosed him as being bipolar, who just, he was just undiagnosed before that, I guess. And they, of course, he's, since he's bipolar, he's subject to these mood swings and stuff. And of course, now it's 8 months later, and he's due to get released. His mother's coming to pick him up. Okay, and he's trying to stay positive, and he figures that if he loses weight, gets his stuff together, he can get back to his ex-wife, even though that's not the reality of the situation, because he's not really taking his medication and he doesn't feel that he really needs to go to therapy. Okay, but anyway, he keeps marching on. Of course, like I said, his father's played by Robert De Niro. Okay, who's he's a bookie who's a Philadelphia Eagles obsessed fan. There's all these rituals and stuff that he goes through. Okay, and he's trying to of course he's shocked when his son comes home because his wife didn't tell him prior that he was bringing him home. Of course, so he's basically trying to get, trying to relate to his son now. But his son is, I say, Bradley Cooper. He's focused on one thing and one thing only. Getting his life together. Trying to stay positive and get back together with his ex-wife. That's all he cares about. Okay, and into his life enters Tiffany, played by Jennifer Lawrence. She's a recent widow who, I don't want to go too much into detail about her character, but suffice to say she's a recent widow who's basically, she's sarcastic, she's depressed, okay, and they meet one night at dinner, of course, and then, of course, these two people with their mental issues, okay, they of course clash, but somehow they keep drawing back to each other, and basically, the gist of the movie is Jennifer Lawrence's character Tiffany knows his ex-wife, okay, and she makes him a deal, okay, because he figures that if he can get back together with his wife, that if he stays positive, he can get back together with his ex-wife, and she makes a promise to Bradley Cooper's character that if you help me with this dance competition she's in, okay, that she will take the letter that he wants to write to his ex-wife and give it to her. Okay, so she makes that deal with him, and they get together. Okay, and they basically train for this, dance competition. Okay, and the whole gist of the movie is basically the clash of these two people with these mental issues, of course. And I say you have excellent performances by Bradley Cooper and especially Jennifer Lawrence. I think, is fantastic in this movie. Okay, and you get great support from Robert De Niro as Bradley Cooper's father, who's trying to relate to his son, but still at the same time he's still obsessed with the Eagles. Okay, and you also have great support from Chris Tucker, who plays a fellow patient of Bradley Cooper's Pat character. Okay, and this movie, I love the whole way it's written. It's a drama, a comedy. It's just a great movie about people trying to overcome their issues. Okay, and like I said, you have great support, and I'm actually glad that I went to see this movie. It's one of the best movies of 2012. Okay, yeah, like I said, you have great performances from the main characters. Okay, and I love the clash. This is a great script, and I love the way they talk to each other, the way they relate to each other. Bradley Cooper's character, because he basically says what he sort of has no filter. Like I said, he's not really taking his medication like he's supposed to, so he basically says what he wants. And Jennifer Lawrence's character Tiffany, she's, like I said, a recent widow, and of course she's depressed. She's fighting depression, and also she's basically sarcastic. She basically says what she wants too, and doesn't give a crap what anybody thinks of her. Okay, and I love the chemistry. They have a nice chemistry between the two of them, and I absolutely love this movie. Like I said, one of the best movies of 2012. Like I said, it's a comedy, it's a drama, and even Chris Tucker, who's a fellow mental patient, he plays it low key. He's not too over the top, and he does great in the movie. And I absolutely love this movie, and definitely would highly recommend anybody go see this movie. It's definitely one of the best of 2012, in my opinion, and I'm glad I went to see it. So if you've seen this movie, let me know what you think. Feel free to leave your comments down below. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.